Um, we went to the Grove and we played some songs, and now we're finally back home.
Yeah.
We tried to stream from the Grove, but there just ain't enough bars for us to stream from the Grove.
No.
I had 2 bars on my phone. That's not enough bars. I need more like, a robust amount of bars. At least 3, maybe 4 bars, even. I'm gonna pull off streaming. So I started one and then I just gave it up right away. I was like, there's no point even. This isn't gonna work. I just didn't have enough connectivity to stream from the Grove. So I had to nix that stream. Hi. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Bless you and your family. Well, God bless you too, Muhammad Mujahid Khan. We had a great time during our
Yeah, we
set,
did.
and I think the rest of the evening we had a very pleasant time too.
Yes.
It's a wonderful, warm, welcoming open mic. It's really, I think it's the best open mic I've ever been to in terms of just the vibe, the family. It's all ages, but so that meant that some little kids got up to do stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't even know what they were doing. Just
It was so cute.
It was really
so
cute.
cute. Like you could tell their like creativity is highly valued, and I appreciate that because I did not come from that. So not really. I mean, not really. Whatever.
Well,
I appreciated it.
well, yes, Winston Mom, I would say that the talent level was higher here in Mariposa,
Yeah.
for sure. But that doesn't mean that everybody was good. They mostly people played covers. Mostly it's an older group, and you get some people who get up on a few different occasions in different pairings. Like one lady by herself one time this dude with that lady, one time the dude uh, with a different lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it went really well. I think it's fair to say that um, people appreciated what we were doing more than, say, in Merced. And I'm not sure exactly why that would be, except people were paying a lot more attention tonight.
Like they were there specifically for the open mic.
Right. I mean, they're there to, say good job to people who, after they're done and stuff like that. If there was an EMP blast, what is the first thing you're doing? Restoring the internet right away, as soon as possible. For food, water, shelter, fire, whatever, we gotta restore the internet because Rachel and I cannot handle not having the internet. Neither of us can handle it at all.
No.
Would you like a cup of coffee? Too late for you. Okay, I'll get you one.
I'll double up on caffeine, but
I will make you a cup of coffee right now. Anyway, Rachel did a great job.
Eric did a great job too. He was fantastic and he sounded so good.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's make some coffee, everybody. Let's make some coffee. Let's make some coffee. Fulfills obligations. Pay back his debts. Whatever else you might make coffee do. Let's make this coffee join the army. That's something you might make coffee do. And that's about the full pot right there. I made a little less last time, which is But I'm glad because I don't want it to be too old, you know. I make too much coffee, and the coffee ends up being too old. Let's see. What is right? 3 minutes. That should be adequate. Trouble's eating again. Don't worry, we'll get right down to business here shortly and the important matters of chatting with the live stream and so forth. Get out your camping gear. I don't want to get out my camping gear. I guess that's the answer to the question. If there was an EMP blast, what's the first thing you do? The answer is get out your camping gear. Good answer, DH. I misunderstood that as a command to me to get out my camping gear. I guess I said I didn't want to get out my camping gear, but what I should have said is I don't really have any camping gear. That would have been more accurate. Boy, it is chilly out tonight. It feels good to be back in the warm house. I mean, when we first walked in, it wasn't warm. It was 67, but I turned off the heater before we left. Well, we turned it back on to 70 to warm it up a bit. And I feel the chill leaving my bones. Oh, no. Yes, we recorded our performance. We did. And I may end up uploading that obligatory greetings reciprocated to you, Chaos Fuel. Even though I don't even feel obligated to greet you, but that's how happy I am to greet you, that I do it even without an obligation. Yard sales are going go-tos. What? I have no idea what that means, DH. So what are you doing? I'm waiting for the coffee to finish microwaving. Then I'll go back over there, sit down, and discuss the important matters of the day. All kinds of important matters. If anybody has any important questions to ask me, I will provide them important answers to those important questions. Good to find camping gear. There's 30 seconds left approximately on the coffee, so we're just going to be patient. What up, bro? Just stop in before I get that rest I need. We only played 2 songs, but we played Cloudy Day and Gregory and Skies. Oh, Eric, you don't speak Zeppa? I don't speak Zeppa, no. It's a really well-written song, actually, surprisingly. Considering that it's kind of almost sounds like a kid's song. Burger Check Lemon Squeeze is actually a really well-written song. Sir, what happened? Nothing happened. We just went and played an open mic. We played 2 songs. We went on 13th, I think.
14th, I believe.
But somebody left before.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we went on 13th. And that means that, you know, we didn't have the crowd at its absolute largest as people had started to trickle out, but it was still a fairly decent sized group. We just played Cloudy Day and Gregory. And it's fair to say that, oh wait, I want to put some regular cream in this too. I mean, it's fair to say that people took notice of it, you know. The bartender apparently said to Rachel, like, afterwards, were those originals? And she said yes. I really like that question.
Yeah, he really was like, He's like, are those originals? I was like, yeah, they were. He wrote them. He's like, they're great.
It's nice to hear.
We got a shout out too.
Oh yeah, and then the guy at the end as we were leaving, like the second to last guy at mall, he said, I really hope that couple from Jersey-Dale comes back. Referring to us, because the lady said, where are you guys from? And I said, oh, we live out in Jersey-Dale, you know. I didn't want to say Mariposa Pines because I'm not sure if everybody knows where that is. We just say Jersey-Dale to get the general area.
Yeah, everyone's was like, oh.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers, that's delicious.
Yeah, it's got the flavor of coffee, plus the flavor of non-dairy creamer, plus the flavor of heavy whipping cream. That's a lot of flavor. That's more flavor than you can shake a stick at. And I can shake a stick at a lot of flavor.
The guy who shouted us out was like, he was like, it was you guys. We were like, oh, it's us. And they were like, he was like, you guys are good.
Yeah.
They were very encouraging.
Yeah, everyone was really nice and encouraging. And, you know, it's, oh, I will right now, Pimpy. I just got back from the open mic, so I haven't even pulled any bolts since getting back yet. But the thing is this. I know, at least I have a fair amount of confidence that the songs that we're playing are much more well written, accomplished songwriting accomplishments than the original songs of the other people there, right? Although that one guy who had super good stage riz, you know, right? Not in the youth sense of the riz, but just charisma. The guy who played the one long song.
Yes, and one short song. That's right. Yeah, he did have good stage presence.
Yeah, excellent stage presence. He really knew how to engage kind of intimately and pleasantly with the audience.
Just so funny because he I was like this when I was looked at him. I was like,
really?
Yeah.
What do you mean when we were up there? Or?
Yeah, when we were up there, he was critical. I felt like he was critically analyzing. I don't know, just that face.
Well, I mean, yeah. The thing is also sometimes you see things in the audience that maybe don't even link it all to us. He could have seen something on his phone that's making him like that.
It's true.
You never know. So, but I like the idea that it's not as I was. Let me pause here and read this here. So it may sound. Do not use "sir" because it may sound good, but it's unnecessary using it. It does sound strange to an American's ears. It was at this place called the Grove, which actually the open mic is all ages.
It's so cool for an open mic.
It's a great place because there's a dog wandering around the whole place, inside, outside, wherever. I think it's the Grove's dog.
Is it the Grove's dog?
That's what I took away from that. Is that dog lives there, and it's like the people who own the Grove own that dog or whatever.
And he was cool. He just wanted to see what was up. He wasn't sniffy or anything. He was just minding his own business, wandering around the Grove.
Chaos Fuel says, also, I gotta say, I was scrolling through tens of streams on YouTube and none were nearly as entertaining as yours. Yes, I'm biased. Well, you may be biased, but I hope you're also right. I don't know because I don't really go through streams myself to check out what other streams are like. But we did not sing Wonderful, Wonderful Kitty. We just sang the 2 songs tonight. And anyway, the point I was trying to get at, where I keep getting a little sidetracked here, is that I believe that if somebody who knows how to evaluate songwriting properly hears songs that we're playing, they're gonna say, "Wow, those are really good songs. I'm impressed that they're originals because they sound like very accomplished instances of songwriting." Unfortunately, I don't think there are that many people who are good at evaluating that. So it's gratifying to hear Rachel tell me about the bartender asking about that because I feel like it's it's the appropriate response to hearing good original songs because you so rarely do. Right? Like you go to open mics or you go see a band or whatever, you're very rarely going to see good original songwriting. They may be a good band and be very effective at keeping a certain energy or whatever, but so it's nice for me to hear that because even though I believe it to be the case, that and that people should go, "Oh wow, hey, you're a really good songwriter" or something. Um, if I don't actually hear it, I'm inclined to start to doubt it. I guess we're looking great like always. I'm not sure if we're looking great. Rachel is, of course. I'm not sure if I'm looking great, but girls' night out at Merced, April 27th. Yeah, I agree with you, Lou. In fact, we did run through it today. Um, we'll probably play that next time. It's good to have, new. It might be worthwhile to next time play three songs, two new ones people haven't heard before, and one that we played this month. It's a monthly thing in Mariposa, so I hate my TEE. I'm sorry to hear that. Figuring stuff out is so painful. I feel like you're starting to say a word and not finishing it. No, he's not. He's just talking about his extroverted thinking, Ruben. What he really means is he doesn't want to extrovertedly think. He doesn't want to have to figure out how to get from point A to point B and then to point C. It's like, just let me just have all the points in the same spot. Then I don't have to figure out how to get from one to the other. Just pile them up on top of each other in one spot. Can we use our mics to do what? To become famous rappers? Yeah, we should use mics to do that, probably. I'll start rapping, then you start rapping, and we will rap together. Like that. So I don't expect this to be an especially long live stream. Don't tell me Eric wrote those songs he sang with Rachel. Not way. Yes, I did write those songs. I sang with Rachel. Can we use our mics? To practice our songs. Yes, we can use our mics to practice our songs. If you want to, we could we could set up the what do you call it? PA system. I could plug in the little amp and we could sing amplified. We could practice amplified, you know. Padawan Range Manager says, "Hey Eric, I'm probably an ISFJ who thinks he's an INTP, but I really relate to SI third and SE seven. Could be feasible. Could it be feasible that I'm a non-family oriented, very selfish, and SE oblivious ISFJ?" Uh, well, sure. Um, Things like family oriented, well, that is going to have a lot to do with your family. Selfishness, you're going to have to be accurate in your self reporting about what comprises selfishness. Selfishness is one of those things where people are likely to compare against their understanding of what comprises selfish rather than compare against alternatives in actuality. So I can't really trust self reporting as selfish. The best thing you could do is to see how you do on the TI tests. If you do smoking hot on the TI tests, uh, then um, then maybe you're an IHP. If you're not so smoking hot on the TI tests, could be ISFJ, could be any number of other things, but like the best way to determine whether you're IHP or ISFJ is to test your TI and NE and see how poppin' they are. If they're super poppin', you did great you did great tonight, Rachel. You just uh you know, we weren't super locked in, but that's that's a consequence of us not practicing enough, ultimately. You won't be nervous as much, you won't be shy as much, and we'll be much more locked in when we practice more. So I think what we plan to do is try to start practicing a week before the next Mariposa open mic, which is March 28th. Which is, I believe, Thursday the 28th. So I'm just going to double check that day of the week. Yeah, it's Thursday the 28th next month. She says normally it's on Thursday. This is the year of locking in. Oh, thanks, Chris Chapin. I thought it was a good typing session today, too. Yeah, he was an ISTP. But what I liked about the typing session was when he said INTJ, he did give me pause for a second and maybe go, okay, well, is that possible? But I like the fact that after I gave it a serious testing, he turned out to be ISTP. That was nice. I'd rather it turn out that way than I'm like, actually, you're right. You are an INTJ. I'm glad it turned out that he was an ISTP, and I felt very certain of it at the end. Cone Man didn't get typed today because yesterday he had indicated to me that he wanted today, middle of the day, my time, and so I scheduled on a calendar for 1 p.m. I sent him an invite to the calendar, the Google Meet, but he declined the invite. So I don't know. He perhaps had previously thought the afternoon was free, and then something came up. I'm not sure, but he declined the invite. So I guess that time didn't work for him. I haven't typed Elaine yet. I just typed that guy today. Sean L. And then what is an ISTP? Well, it means that he does logical deduction stuff as his dominant function, his basic nature, and then execution stuff is his tool function. So what that means in addition, for example, is that his own sense of his own feelings, what's important to him, is super unconscious, and he's extroverted intuition polar. And you can see the extroverted intuition polar first in the I'm not sure what Pravgiv is, but right, yeah. What he said about making up songs was the story of Fire Saga. I don't know that song, but I do know that Rachel and I really enjoy one Eurovision song contest winner, and that's Think About Things. I don't think I've ever heard the one you're referring to. But I believe the Eurovision Song Contest winners, or maybe they're not even winner, I don't know. Double Trouble, Eurovision Song Contest, Story of Fire Saga. Go ahead, Rachel.
We also had another Eurovision winner on our Chappy Chacks for a while. Obviously it rotates, but like remember that one that's like disco dancer, disco dancer, disco dancer, dancer, disco dancer.
I don't remember that one.
Disco dancer. Yeah.
So this one that this guy is suggesting is a movie that was like a joke movie about the song contest. Well, then it doesn't sound like you might not be an ISFJ, right? But it doesn't mean you're an INTP. Might be an INFP. Might be ISTP. I mean, it's unlikely you're going to stay in bed that long or have horrible SC. But the thing is, we can't say very much about what any of those things mean, because that's not a good way to type people. The best way to type people is to check against like a lot of different things, right? So because of the various complications associated with self-reporting, it's tricky to trust it, right? You may or may not be able to self-report accurately depending on what your type you are. The types who aren't able to self-report accurately are also least likely to address the issue of type objectively, right? Yeah, now I gotta blow my nose. And why? Why? Because my soul tried to leave my body, and that makes my nose run. So I found that one of the things that people are least reliable in their self-reporting about, and it may be because I don't have a good grasp of which kind of self-reporting links adequately to this, but when people self-report on their SE, they tend to be bad at self-reporting on that. Like an ISTJ will self-report as procrastinating and having bad SE because they're comparing against their own ideal, not against actual alternatives. And it went great. It went great, Sean. We got to enjoy the Grove, which is a local music venue here in Mariposa that we've never been to before. And it was a wonderful environment.
It really was.
So, well, I work nights for freedom. When I go to bed when they get up and spend all my time doing what I want. I act like a goofball when I'm around. Make her laugh so she can accept your deficiencies. Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. It's not really possible for me to give you a lot of information on self-reporting stuff because it's just not reliable in a vacuum. It certainly is not reliable that way. If I ask you questions and then you give me certain answers, and I can pull on them and be like, all right, let me cross-check from different angles so that I can undermine the clarity with which you understand the linkages. And yeah, I mean, you might be an INTP. I don't know what you are, obviously. Might be an ISFJ. Might be a ENTJ. Could be a ISFP, and everything in between.
Have you typed Boba Fett?
Yeah, I typed him a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
It's INFJ.
Oh. I had no idea.
Yeah. And I'm quite convinced he is one.
Yeah.
I haven't really ever second guessed that. Seems completely consistent. Yes, I agree, but you're a crazy procrastinator. May I ask your birthday?
You did Luminex.
What did she remember right?
She remembers you typing Boba Fett. We were having a conversation about it, and I said that I didn't know his type, but that you had said that it was INFJ, but I didn't know that you typed him.
Yeah, I did. I, Lion Jr., Ibn Lion Sr. had INFJ and ENFJ, and I believe I'm an advocate, but more of a protagonist as well. Well, the difference between INFJ and ENFJ is essentially...
Oh, someone mentioning it.
You're January 19th, 1981. You're same month, maybe same astrological sign as Rachel?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you consider yourself a Capricorn or an Aquarius? I know you're right at the border. I think the 20th goes into Aquarius, I believe. I'm not sure.
Well, I guess an advocate would differ from a protagonist in that the advocate is recommending courses of action, whereas the protagonist is deciding them. I don't know, but I typically don't use that kind of those kind of metaphor names myself because I think it tends to encourage people to type backwards to go, well, I'm like a protagonist, so I must be that type, rather than to say,
Mm-hmm.
here's real reasons why you're that type. You may or may not identify with these sort of holistic labels. So it's not anything wrong with those kind of labels or names for types or whatever. It's just that it seems to. I know, but I'm just running with the chaos field. Don't worry about it. I'm not taking it too seriously or anything. Uh, so I see it all the time, right? Where people they do it the wrong way or the wrong direction. They go, I'm I'm not an entertainer. I'm a debater. So I'm an ENTP. Well, you're probably neither an entertainer nor a debater. That's why those names are done. Most ENTPs and ESFPs are neither entertainers nor debaters in any literal sense. And there are plenty of what I would call wounded ESFPs out there who may or may not want that kind of center stage role. Of course, I've got my glasses. I'll go get them. All right, my bad. I forgot my glasses again, but now I've gotten them. Zzz. What in particular, son of Earth? Let's see what this says here. Good talker. So yeah, one of the reasons why I pose those terms is because it's just too many people think that they can know their type through their holistic understanding of those terms better than you can understand it with actual typology. So that's where I don't. It's not that they're inherently bad; it's just that people use them wrong. So I don't want to encourage them at all. I don't want arrangement. Says I do things my way. I'm spontaneously witty, but I'm either hyper focused to the point I lose track of time, and scatterbrained otherwise. If it's novel, okay. Well, that's not inconsistent with NTP. Temptation is befalling you now. You want a cigarette, huh? They're called health tubes, chaos fuel. When you call them that, then you realize that's not temptation. That's just being responsible. See you later, buddy. You too. Have a great night. We will. You too, JC. Sleep well. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Hope you feel better in the morning, etc. So does anybody want to know what the one weird trick to making your title snap is? It's to add Z's where normally S's would indicate plurality. That's why I put one weird trick, Trickz with a Z at the end. One weird Trickz with a Z to make your titles with a Z covertly in parentheses snap. So if you want to make your title snap, just add a Z instead of an S at the end of plural words. It's just that simple. And you can see a massive increase in your viewership because everybody loves Z's. And we don't get enough Z's in normal words. Excellent, Acacia. I want to watch this stream of yours called Interesting. I know some of you may find this hard to believe, but I'm beginning to think that I have another poop coming on. So, but Eric, you've pooped so many times today. Can you possibly have even more poop in your butt? I would hope I had pooped it all out, but now I'm thinking that maybe there's a reservoir of poop that was withheld for taxes that I could get a return on right now. Good idea, Cas Fuel. Get yourself a health tube. Keep yourself healthy. Runts, Skittles, both have Z's in them, true. Eric, 1 year spontaneously, I'm getting typed by you. Okay, well, play it safe and say, sometime in this or another decade, I might potentially get typed by you. You don't want to overcommit. That's the dominance of creatures of habit. Yes. And you're apparently a creature of bad spelling. You have to poop again because of the big crack hit you just took. Does crack make you poop? I never knew that. No wonder I'd constantly get diarrhea. I'm pretty sure, actually, that the crack doesn't cause pooping. It doesn't relieve constipation. If crack relieved constipation, they'd sell it in the laxative aisle. So it's probably all that fentanyl I've been smoking. That's probably what's making me poop. No, just kidding. I've not been smoking fentanyl. You know what I say about fentanyl, right? I say fentanyl, fentanyl. That stuff will kill you if you're not careful. Daka Island, Duka Duka. Excellent point, Ruben. I was thinking exactly the same thing. I'm not sure why. I guess we just both had a vision from God at the same time. Oh my, gee, like Gullah Gullah Island? What's Gullah Gullah Island? Yes, Binya Binya. What's Binya Binya? I don't know any of these things you're talking about. You are living in some kind of special kind of secret island language world that I don't inhabit. I can do the hula dance, which is how me and my people communicate. Complex notions, abstract ideas. We do it in hula. I'm Polynesian today. As you may or may not know, my race is fluid, changes on the regular. Sometimes it'll even change more than once in a day. But today I've been Polynesian all day long. And naturally that means I've been doing a lot of hula dances. I've been cooking pigs underneath the ground. I've been blowing conch shells and eating lava. That's good effort, Eric. You pushed that poop right out of your butt. And here's that one weird trick to making all of your poops better. Always poop whatever you can poop whenever you can poop it. I'm not saying I always follow my own advice here, but I should. Sometimes it's like, that poop's not ready enough. I'll just wait till later till it's more ready. But you don't know if it's going to get more ready. It might get less ready, you know? Unakai Akla Unux Shosh. How about Stickly? Don't know any of those people. Can I rap? Sure. But I'm not sure if I can make good music rapping very well. But yeah, I can rap. Like, hello you, I am Eric. Do you like my rap? Do you think I'm like Bo Derek? Oh, snap. That should win me at least one Grammy Award. But, you know, who knows what the Grammy committee is doing nowadays? Who knows what they're up to? I try to make my raps as cheerleady as possible. Let's go, we'll win, W-I-N. Let's go, we'll win, W-I-N. Yeah, one time I rap for like 4 hours about just MBTI stuff. And claimed to have the world record for longest freestyle rap exclusively about personality type. Which I bet I do hold that record. It's just that nobody recognizes that as a record. You wish all the angry people of America happiness. What do you wish all of the happy people in America? Do you wish them angriness? Hi, Sky Gears. You are here. I haven't seen you in a long time, so that's interesting. Okay, now we're going to get up. We've gone some poo. It's much better. It's more like a reasonable kind of poo. You are already angry. Well, even if it's the case, Nick Games, that I'm angry, which I don't see why you concluded that, but even if it were the case, I'm not asking you what about the angry people in America. I'm saying, what about the happy people in America? What do you wish for them? Because even if you don't think that I'm happy, you think I'm angry, surely you'd have to acknowledge that in the whole country of America, there's some happy people as well, right? I will say, Nick Games, that you seem kind of angry. Okay, well, I mean, definitely you seem angry, Nick Games. Maybe angry at America? I don't know. I'm not angry, though. So that falsifies your claim that all people in America are angry. Well, I'm pretty happy because, kind of living a great life. Well, I mean, you're the one with all caps saying everyone in America is angry. Only a pretty angry person is going to make a patently absurd statement like that, right? Or scared, or whatever other negative emotions consuming you. I don't know what it is. But it's not like people who accurately assess things would conclude that every person in America is angry. It's just insane. Thanks, Nick Games. Good luck to you too. Well, I mean, I read it just fine, right? I read exactly what you said. I pointed out how dumb it was, and that you're probably pretty angry if you're gonna go so off the handle to such a dumb thing as that. But you decide for yourself what you think. I'm not in charge of making you sing. By the way, nice ceilings. Did you get 2 walls with that? I did. I got 4 walls with that, actually. 4 walls with my ceilings. No, I didn't say you love me. I'm glad you're giving up. See you later. Or I presumably no, I won't see you later because obviously I'm an American and you've got some sort of issue with America. So that's all fine. You do you, you know. I'm accustomed to, here's what you call limited capacity people, you know. What time is it for you, best bud? It is 10:08 p.m. Best bud. How many American? And welcome to Jackass. The question mark made me guffaw. I love you? I think he thought I must have said I love you or something. He misheard me, obviously. I got my glasses. Smoke a little bit of a house tube here. Save kids in Gaza. From what? From the scourge of fentanyl? Good, well then hurry up and give up, Nick Games. If you're going to give up, then stop saying things, you know? That's because he's so powerful, Chaos Fuel. He came in here and kind of like that guy earlier, he hijacked the whole stream and made it all about him because he's so powerful. It's like, America's the last place I would ever move to, God forbid it, but it's among my first to visit list. I mean, I don't care either way, Winston Mom. You decide what. Doesn't matter to me. Yes, which eye matters? Oh, right. The left fourth eyelash, I'm assuming Gas Fuel says. That's where you first, it's the canary in the eyelash coal mine. Son of Earth, be sure to visit Philadelphia. And the reason you want to do that, Son of Earth, is because that's where, presumably, they make Philadelphia brand cream cheese. The finest cream cheese America has to offer. Born West Philadelphia, born and raised. The playground is where I spend most of my days. They've got the Liberty Bell there. They've got brotherly love. They've got maniacal sports fans. What more can you want from a city in Pennsylvania? Thomas Blade says, Philadelphia is horrible to visit. Nothing really to do, and driving is terrible. I grew up near there. What potency of health tubes do you consume? I consume the red potency. Category Marlboro subclass red. Hey, Pookie. I'm Pookie. Those glasses look gay. Oh no, I better hurry up and take them off. Otherwise, 4 horsemen will think I'm a homosexual. And Princess Lydia. Princess Lydia. Princess Lydia. I'm not sure. It's from Philadelphia. So congratulations, Philadelphians, for all of your wonderful things that you have in Philadelphia. Hello. I don't ever use all caps, but I thought I would now. Thanks, first class. Eat a cigarette butt. No, thank you, Jesse Provost. But I appreciate your suggestion and your input. I'm always looking for suggestions on things I might eat. Usually they're not things that aren't food, but it's a good first step for you. I do have a very vocal kitty, and Jonathan DeFarius says he's listening to music and it's game over. Why? I'm not sure. You feel as though this chat has lost cohesion. I'm getting dizzy. It hasn't lost cohesion. It's gained in breadth, okay? You gotta frame it positively. Nancy says, do you like trains? Sure, trains are fine. I don't dislike trains. I mean, I don't want to ride on trains because I've been known to get a little train sick on occasion. But I think they're an attractive mode of transportation. I like to see them driving through the wilderness and such, a sense of adventure, cross-continental voyage, sort of implicit in a train. But my actual experience with trains, it's like my experience on the trains in LA, the subway / above ground subway kind of goes up and above ground and below ground, and so back and forth, but my experience on that is that it made me very motion sick if I had to ride it on for an extended period of time. Or go eat a ghost pepper. No thanks. If you like nature, go to Yellowstone Park. That's on Earth. Yes. Give me a soccer player for an edit, please. Okay, I'll go with Rose Lavelle. American women's soccer player Rose Lavelle. Ronaldo's too obvious. You gotta go a little more obscure than that. I may have gone Ronaldo before, but nowadays I want to put a little bit more effort into somebody randomly telling me to name something. I want to name something special, something important, something unique. Something other people aren't going to come up with,
Well, I was thinking one was not that creative.
What is it?
Name a planet for an edit.
Oh, well, that's fine, name a planet for an edit, but what I'm saying is I came up with an answer to the question, name a soccer player for an edit that was created the answer, not the question.
Oh.
Because I think Rose Lavelle is a good answer to the soccer player question, because most people aren't going to name a girl.
No, Rose Lavelle, yeah. Yeah, of course.
Alright, I've watched you eat enough.
Yeah, I already watched it.
You can eat yourself now. Fly Guy's starting to make me come around that I need to set more firm boundaries with trouble. I'm letting him be the boss around here. The breadth of truth encompassed by the chat has overwhelmed my limited capacity to perceive, and yet, as one watches the countless ripples in a lake's water, I'm struck with awe. That is very poetic. That is very poetic, Chaos People.
Yeah, that really is.
I think we've all learned a lot. It frames things so much better. Now we can understand things metaphorically, and that's the best way to understand things. Beth Leader says, back to you, Beth Leader. Chill, relax, repeat. Thanks, I appreciate that. That was very kind of you. You might as well love your cat the way you want it, says Fly Guy. Well, I do want to love the cat the way I want to, but at the moment I have to concede that I am being forced to love my cat in a way I do not want to love it.
Yeah.
So that's all well and good, but you know, he needs to compromise a bit more, I think. Wow, such a hot daddy. I guess
Thanks.
she's talking to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be talking to you. If she thinks you wear the pants in the
Oh, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. How many times in your life have people told you that you have a great radio voice, better than the man with the golden voice? Lol. Of late, people have been telling me they like the sound of my voice when I'm live streaming. I've not really heard that a whole lot prior to, I don't know, like the last few months, maybe. I don't know if my voice has changed particularly. I find it kind of surprising because um, my enunciation of my words has worsened with loss of teeth. So I would not expect people to find my speech especially pleasing or soothing accordingly. But I have heard a lot of that lately, Blue Elvis. But
I think you have a good voice.
But not really historically. It's not like I must have heard that like 20 times the last month. I don't remember really hearing it a lot before then. You've been watching old videos trying to learn about kicking people on their 8th slot. There was some question I asked in the thanks, Blue Elvis. There was something the guy said today which sounded super 8th slot FI, but I can't remember exactly what it was. I referenced it at the end. I was trying to remember it then. I couldn't remember it then. I still can't remember it now. But I was trying to get him to reveal some defensiveness about 8th slot. I first asked, about how do you feel when you hurt someone's feelings. He didn't reveal any defensiveness there. But then he said something else that linked to 8th slot FI. And I thought, okay, I guess that's probably how 8th slot FI expresses ISTP, the defensiveness. Because it's harder to pull out the defensiveness of the defensive function, 8th slot, than it is to pull out the defensiveness of the countervalued function, 6th slot. So depending on whether you see those as 4 distinct reasons or 3 distinct reasons with one having 2 examples of it, or not really that way, but then Flygay gave you either 4 or 3 distinct reasons why he misspells things. Because 1, he's typing too fast. 2, he's typing too accurately. This other one, third, could be a subset of 2, which is too fat-fingeredly. And lastly, he doesn't know how to spell things. So that's a compelling case he's made for not being able to spell things. Or at least for, heck yeah, brother, I can see you putting up that bop in the 50s. Like, operator. Like 50s songs like 50 do up like gospel-y shit, like or just like bo-doo doo bo-doo bo-doo like that kind of stuff. Hi Tamrock VR. I actually don't sing any of that kind of music, but I do like some old songs. You know, some songs that I like to sing a lot are just a cappella. Include some old jazz standards, some old Willie Nelson songs and stuff. I like to sing crazy a cappella. I'm talking about things I like to sing a cappella. Who are my favorite bands? Uh I don't really like answering this question, but I will answer it anyway. And the reason I don't like answering this question is because I don't think favorite bands describes my relationship with bands very well. Like there'll be something that I'm listening to a lot right now, say. That doesn't mean they're my favorite band. And also it's the case that if I say somebody's my favorite band, it doesn't mean I'm listening to them right now. So I would say bands that have had a lot of impact on me or influence on me include They Might Be Giants, Cake, uh, say, like from hip hop like Dr. Dre slash Eminem, you know. Not that they're hugely influential on my music, but they've been influential on my understanding of music. I would say, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to put the Beatles in there. Rachel put on the Beatles on the way to Mariposa earlier, and as usual, it's like, you can't go wrong putting that on, really. It's so good and it has so much repeated listenability. And that's a very good indication of timelessness is repeated listenability / playability. If you get bored playing something, / listening to it quickly, then it's not very timeless. Alright, that should be better. I hate getting long resin on my lips. It tastes so terrible. It's like hard to get off too.
Is this sink where you stuff it?
What's that?
Is this sink where you stuff it? Sometimes you get stuck.
Oh, I didn't even clean out the bong. I just cleaned the rim of it.
Oh.
Because I'm getting resin on my lips.
Oh, that's not fun.
No, I hate the taste of it so much. It tastes like awfulness. When you really get into the Beatles past the most popular tracks, you realize how great they were. I mean, it's hard to even say what the most popular tracks of the Beatles are. They have so many hits, so many songs that a lot of people know, you know. The one who cleans the crevices within the maw of the world. Okay, H Storm, you're about to have explosive diarrhea. I had it earlier today, so
Me too.
we're on the same page, everybody. Putting the Beatles in there hurts when it's a stag beetle and there is under your eyelid. True. Is she marriage material? Well, I married her. She's married material. Okay. She's 39 years old and my wife. I'm 52 years old, to answer your next question. And we live here together in our home in Mariposa. We've been together for 4.5 years. We've been married for 6 months, 7 months.
6 months would have been
January.
So yeah.
7 months. Maybe pushing up on 8.
Yeah.
when she's living in a material world. Well, aren't we all? I've been called many of times a material girl myself.
I still, every time I read Stanley Cup, I think of the Stanley Cup for hockey. I forget that there's like that popular.
Kind of cup.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Blue Elvis. It is nice to find love.
It is.
And how did I find it? I found it right here through talking with Spanish people.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel is somebody who hired me to type her.
Yeah, I did.
Hi, Faith, Pat, and Ann. What was my job? My job used to be competition debate coach. And you know, I was a director of a competition debate school that just did competition debate. It didn't teach anything else. And then I had my own school for a while too. I'm guessing your job is a conductor of instruments. Any advice for a man like me trying to marry soon? Um, you know, a happy relationship is one in which both people want the other person to be happy. That's what their goal is. They don't want the other person to be like they want them to be, they want them to be happy being themselves. And um you know, it's just a matter of if both parties mutually respect each other and understand that in an intimate long-term relationship, you need to love each other for who you are and love seeing the other person happy and not be interested in changing them, not wish they were them, but different in these ways. That shit doesn't work. I don't have any expectations of Rachel besides the normal expectations in a long-term relationship of fidelity, devotion, mutual devotion and stuff. I don't have concrete expectations that she provide this utility or that utility or whatever else. You have to want to be around them every day and enjoy it. Rachel and I live here by ourselves in this house, in this community where we don't really know people locally. Um, so we've got each other to keep each other company. And however, I think if we were just isolated out here by ourselves indefinitely, that we'd kind of go crazy. But with the YouTube channel, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
We're exactly as isolated as we want to be and have exactly as much socialization as we want to, etc.
Yeah.
So it is the case that in any relationship, both people need to be happy and healthy on their own terms, happy and healthy within the relationship, and happy and healthy in their engagement with a larger group. Everybody needs a little alone time, everybody needs a little couple time, and whether it's a romantic couple or just one-on-one with somebody you're close to, and everybody needs a little bit of larger group time. So Rachel and I are able to afford each other perfect ratios of alone time and two time that we want, and then this satisfies our need for additional socialization. I think Rachel sometimes might go like on the new Discord server or something.
Mm-hmm.
So she finds socialization in some slightly other ways. Like I talked to a guy on the phone earlier today who going through some shit or whatever wanted to talk to me. So I have that additional thing too. Really, for me, live streaming is socializing because when I'm live streaming, I'm talking, I'm reading what you say, and then I'm talking again. That counts as socialization for me. I used to think I don't like socializing, but when I found out there are people out there who listen, that changed. I mean, that's the thing is you have to be spending time around the right people, or else you won't enjoy their company. And by the right people, I mean people who are naturally compatible with you in ways that make it fulfilling, you know? Gabrielle Pollard says, "Are you reading what I say? This is not socializing." Yes, I am reading what you say, and I would agree that you aren't being very sociable, but you're still socializing in the sense that you're engaging with other people in an interactive sense. Saludos desde Uruguay. Hi, Uruguay. How's it going? Let me tell you, I'll tell you this right now. Rachel, I think will confirm this. I always root for your soccer team. I'm an Uruguay fan when it comes to soccer. You guys never really do that well. But I always think this time the baby blue is gonna bring it all the way. I'm not lying. I do
No,
root
he
for,
really
I
does.
really do root for Uruguay.
Yeah.
I like Uruguay, and every time the World Cup comes around, usually Uruguay makes it. You know, why am I so polite? Trump 2024. This is such a wonderful change in my life. These days, I'm having people asking me why I'm so polite. It's it's wonderful. I must be really, really up in my game or something. That is not the kind of thing I've normally been asked in the past. Sure, you have a question. You may ask questions all the time, and I'll tell you the same thing I've asked. I tell everybody who asks me if they can ask a question. You already did when you asked me if you can ask a question. Just ask a question whenever you want in life. Nobody has the right to not have questions asked of them. I can not answer it if uh, if I don't want to. You hope I'm okay. Good morning, Dad, from my side. Hope you're okay. Good morning to you. I am okay. I also hope you're okay. Gabriel, Rhonda Holmes says, "What are you watching on TV?" I'm looking at the live chat. I'm reading the live chat on the big screen, so I don't have to read it on the phone. Because you hitting the bong, you chill, brah. Okay. Uh, sure. Whatever you say. What's your opinion on Corey Feldman's music? And my wife answered as well. I can't think of what any Corey Feldman song sounds like.
Me neither.
Wait, does he sing Sunglasses at Night? Or was that Corey Hart?
That's one of the Corys?
I think Sunglasses at
Really?
Night is one of the Corys.
Sunglasses at Night is a Corey song?
Well, check it, see if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think it is.
No, you probably know better than me. Okay. Corey Hart.
That's Corey Hart. So I don't know any Corey Feldman songs then.
No, I don't know any Corey Feldman songs.
What do I think of Sunglasses at Night? I think that's a pretty good song.
Yeah, it is a pretty good song.
Especially given that Corey Hart sang it. Can I sue a hotel if I got crabs? I guess it would depend on whether you got the crabs at the hotel. That is my wife. That is my wife. That's why I suggested maybe we call ourselves as a band name, Wife Not Daughter.
That's great.
But she's 39, I'm 52. I'm 13 years older than she
I'm
is.
not single.
She's married, obviously.
Yeah, that's Eric.
You gotta watch Feldman's last few music videos. It's hilarious. Maybe I will check them out. I Cry Little Sister, That's live in 2023. Do you mean the last few music videos he put out back in the day? Or do you mean this is here's a fun thing that people like to say sometimes to Rachel. Do you need help? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty silly. Um, well, Gabriel Pollard.
I don't know free audiobooks. I don't think that there should be a new Lost Boys 2. Aren't like isn't like are all the Corys alive?
I'm not sure if all the Corys are alive. Can somebody ban that person? I mean, for fuck's sake, Rachel does not need help.
No, I don't need help.
Rachel and I are married. We've been married for, 7 months or something. We've been together for over 4 years. She's 39 years old. And there's not a person on the planet who would say there's anything unhealthy about our relationship. Her parents approve of me.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's not like I was pursuing her before her frontal lobe had fully developed or something. She was in her mid-30s when we first got together.
Yeah.
I cook. She cooks a little bit sometimes too. Gorilla543. Hello. Jay Gupta says, now I'm quite good at English. Good for you, Jay Gupta. Good for you.
You cook more than me? Like, I mean, I make like
What are you saying? Do I really cook more than you?
No, I'm saying, isn't it okay that like you do cook more than me? Like,
is it okay? Yes. You know, Rachel, I cook when I feel like cooking, and I don't feel like when I don't feel like
yeah,
cooking.
that's true.
This is called Health Tube 2.0. Okay.
I smoke oil.
Just flour.
No, it's not a vape. He smokes from a bomb.
I just prefer this as a lighter. I don't put it in my pocket, so it's always right here. It's less likely to get clogged when I use a torch, etc. Are we doing karaoke? Not at the moment. Rachel loves karaoke. I kind of like karaoke too, but one of my issues is because of my smoking habits and stuff, my voice, depending on the day, the time, how much rest it's gotten, how much sleep I've gotten, and how much smoking I've been doing and stuff, is very hit and miss. You know, when I'm in good voice, in good form, then it sounds great. But when it's not, then it's pretty scratchy. You know, I have some. Good idea, Flagger. Flagger, the next time somebody asks if Rachel needs help, I should just stare intimidatingly at Rachel. You better not say a goddamn thing. What's in the cup? Coffee.
Yeah, coffee's in my cup too.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but. Oh yeah, tell her to scratch your head. Scratch your head right now! Is Rachel okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Why would Rachel not be okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a hit of this vape, but I am taking slow time to do it.
She's just not as extroverted as I am, I mostly carry the live streams, mostly do all the talking and stuff because I'm the one who wants to talk. My daughter, my actual daughter, is 25. So my daughter's 14 years younger than Rachel. It's late. Does coffee keep you up? I'll be up anyway, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. And generally speaking, no. Coffee doesn't keep me up. Yeah, I play instruments. I play guitar. Rachel and I just got back from an open mic before I started the stream where we played 2 songs tonight. In fact, I could even I guess it's this one? Not. Where's the actual, yeah. Maybe it hasn't uploaded yet. Maybe it hasn't synced yet. I'm not sure. I did record our performance, but it looks like it hasn't. My phone hasn't synced it yet. I thought it had synced them all, but maybe not. I don't see it up here, so there should be one video that's longer than all the other ones. Unfortunately, I don't see it, so I can't share it with you after all. Oh well, the beat goes on. Well, that's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
I think I should have it on my phone. I'm pretty sure I recorded it. No, I don't give any validity to subtypes. I don't believe in any of that bullshit. Question: what happens that everyone put everyone in each other's business? Something odd shifted, and I'm not sure when. Can we speak on this? Rachel and I have been together for over 4 years now. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I could argue for you that say uh, COVID lockdowns is an example of people interfering, the group interfering with individuals' right to make certain kinds of decisions for themselves. But I'm not sure if that's what you mean, or do you have some other idea in mind? This is new to me. Is this a new way of going live? You mean vertical live streaming? It's relatively new. I've I've live streamed like this in terms of my how I'm live streaming, right? I'm just sort of engaging with things that people say in the chat, responding to what they say, answering questions, then maybe if in the absence of anything particular prompting me, I'll just sort of freestyle some thoughts about whatever.
I heard that free audiobooks fluoride will calcify your
Pineal gland?
pineal gland, yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
I have read that.
I mean, is it true?
I don't know.
It sounds like woohoo, but maybe not. I don't think fluoride is particularly effective at calcifying things. Why would fluoride calcify? Just because fluoride's good for your teeth doesn't mean it has anything to do with calcium or calcification of things. But it might. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Can you get paid for this? I don't know. We're on to Holmes. Can you pay me something? Maybe you could super chat me right now, and then that would answer your question. If you could, then the answer is yes. If you can't, then maybe not. I don't know. I don't get paid really anything for this. I YouTube all the time. I've been YouTubing for many years. Like this month, I think they're gonna make like $110 from ad revenue. Obviously, $110 in a month is not enough money to consider it to be even really barely an income stream. So, on the other hand, it does link to something that's more of a meaningful income stream, which is a typing service. Uh, that too is it's pretty sparse, but it's I'm just joking around with you, Ron. You can ask these questions all you want. I'm perfectly happy to answer all these questions. It does not bother me one bit. Uh, so anyway, I can make some money doing typing business, but in that instance, the work I'm doing is spending an hour or sometimes more talking to people and figuring out what personality type they are. YouTube allows me to get business for that service, but the work I do performing that service is, well,
No.
um,
Like,
it's ultimately not. It ultimately can only get so profitable because uh, every bit of money I make off of it links to a new chunk of time directed towards work. So it doesn't scale. It's not like selling a book or something where if you can get more people to buy your book, you don't have to do any more work and you'll get more money, right? Talk to you one day, I'm just flipping. I'm not sure what that means, but uh, so it's like, fortunately, I don't need to rely on YouTube for money. If I did, maybe I'd work harder at working monetization streams, income streams. But I don't. Yeah, so I don't ever say what I jokingly said to you about super chatting me. I never say to people like, "Hey, super chat me, super chats." I never say become a member. I never even really say subscribe or like the video or anything. So I have a limited amount of willingness to be practical about YouTube. I like to do it exactly the way I want to do it. And if that means I make less money, so be it. It's a labor of love slash a hobby slash the center thing in my life, really, in a lot of ways. It has been for a long time. I'm in YouTube for quite a while. So I'll hit the like because you're nice. Well, thanks, Rhonda Holmes. Mike Oxlon. Do you have friends in real life? Yes, I do. At 52, one, depending on one's personality type, I guess. If you're like me, which is not very SI valuing, it's instrumental. I don't place too much weight into some relationship just because it dates back a long time. But, you know, some of my relationships that have dated back a long time have been significant relationships in my life. Like my best friend, if you call him that, uh, certainly my oldest friend, ISFJ, a guy I met when I was 3 years old, 4 years old. No, I was 3 years old. Um, for a lot of years, I was really good friends with an INFJ and Corey. I'm friends with Cameron, ISTJ. See him. Yeah, we were in Acacia
he's
Canyon.
coming over tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, Cameron's coming tomorrow, in fact. In other words, nobody invites me anymore? Well, I mean, I moved away from Los Angeles a little over a year ago. We don't know anybody up here locally. We just we could, I suppose, try to meet the neighbors or something, but all of my friends, my daughter's, my ex-wife's family, my daughter's family in that way. Uh, that's in Los Angeles, so So certainly it was the case when I was in Los Angeles that people invited me places. What do I look for in men? I look for them to act dramatically different from you. I don't see how people dealt with freeways there. It's not so bad unless unless it's rush hour. If you manage the traffic patterns well, you can kind of avoid traffic pretty well. But that's not always the case. Thanks, Michael Patrick Bernier. Thank you for the reminder. I lived in Vallejo a while. Vallejo. I can't picture it on my larger map of Southern California. We moved to near Yosemite, Mariposa, California. We're still in California. But, we're up a little bit into the mountains. Mike Oxlong, I tell you what, why don't you sit in the corner for a while and learn to behave yourself? Near San Francisco? Oh, Vallejo is near San Francisco. Oh, that's why I don't know where exactly it is, because I don't know Northern California nearly as well as I do Southern California. So it's nice being up here out in the woods. It's quiet. I don't hear anything from outside right now, as I usually don't. And it's dark, not full of noise and light pollution. Sean L says, I'm going to hit 10K tomorrow, possibly tonight. I know. It just like really jumped fast from. I was thinking when I'm like, okay, well, 10K is coming up. I was thinking, we've got a couple weeks, maybe, to go. That was just a few days ago that I was saying that. So, I mean, it's just really moved. Moved to California. I stayed in California. I just moved to a different part of California. I moved upstate to the middle of the state to Mariposa County. Jumping is usually fast unless you're up on the moon. Was I a good baseball player growing up? No. I did not play baseball barely at all growing up. I did play AYSO soccer. Yes, that is my wife. I love the repeat questions. They're fun. Chris Makay, hey. Oxytocin is not OxyContin. Okay, oxytocin is the nurturing hormone that people experience when they give birth to a child or something. No, Brad, she does not. Shout out from California to Texas, Chris McKay. Can somebody please? I'll just do it myself. It's just ridiculous. It's obviously like the same person or a couple of different people. I mean, it's the second person who said that, which is highly suggestive it's the same person, because it is an unusual thing to say, right? Eric, why do some people of the same type have better function strength than others? My verse says, Eric, why do some people of the same type have better function strength than others? You typed in INTJ a while ago that you said had great FE. Sorry to repeat, just want to win this argument I'm in with the INTJ I'm talking to. Haha. Well, I shouldn't have said, thanks, just a random kid. That's very kind of you. What a wonderful random kid you are. Um,
Thanks, random kid. That's so nice of you.
uh, I probably shouldn't have said that INTJ had great FE. What I should have said is that, well, no INTJ's FE is ever anything but polar because FE links so much with affect. Somebody who's FE polar with one affect might seem a lot less uh, a lot less FE jarring than another INTJ with a different affect. INTJs are experts at learning how to do things as well. So they can kind of choose if, and some of them may do so, to learn social stuff. They'll treat it like a though it's hard to complete my thoughts when I keep looking at the chat. The chat, when I look at it, it prevents. This is why I have to look down when I'm talking
Yeah.
and complete my thought, and then look up after I'm done. Because otherwise, I just get my train of thought interrupted by other words that conquer my field of attention, such that I cannot ignore them. You're popular tonight, Rachel.
Excuse me?
I said you're popular tonight, Rachel.
That's surprising.
It's not surprising, but I'm just saying. Brad here.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
It's almost certainly at least some more than one manifestation of it comprises just one person, probably. Yes, well, there she is. She is hot. Everyone tells about how beautiful she is. I'm a very lucky man.
He's not an old man.
But I would appreciate it if
Meow.
we
I'm so sick of us being up.
we tried not to overtly and obviously sexualize my wife in ways that are intended to be disrespectful. I'm a little too wise to just jump at your red meat like some kind of dumbass dog. But, if you persist, I will hide you. Blue Elvis says, you picked well, you were chill. Thanks, Blue Elvis. You see, the beauty of Jesus is in his Christ. Just like for health tubes, we heist. Now, hear my words, heathen. You're being charged with treason. Thanks, Chaos Fuel, for your poem.
That is a good one, Chaos Fuel.
We appreciate your poem. That is why we know him. Yum, 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 yum. That's my poem. It's not nearly as good as yours, but Brad got timed out. Oh, Brad. The thing is, Michael Patrick Burney of 420, it's not like they're saying negative things about Rachel. If they had been, I would have gotten rid of them instantly. They're just trying to position themselves as alpha in relation to me by overtly engaging my wife in sexual ways. It doesn't work because obviously I've been in this for a long time. I know how to manage my business just fine. But people want to try. A lot of people do. I think that's fine. It's like that's the experience they get out of live streams. They want to come in and disrupt, garner attention. In most instances, when they come into a live stream and they do garner attention, in other words, somebody reads their thing and responds to it, then that means they've successfully provoked them. Here, I read pretty much everything that anybody writes and respond to much, if not most of it. So I think they're a little bit oftentimes thrown off by the nature of the stream and the way that it kind of metas up on whatever they're trying to bring. I don't while concurrently dealing with them kind of authentically, I think in general they're flummoxed by that somewhat. There are some exceptions. The trolling type people who come in specifically intent on provoking and or doing that stuff I was just saying. I'm sure they can find plenty of streams where they can be successful at that, except what they're probably looking for is streams of a certain size with at least a certain number of people on them so they can assert dominance in a way that in a way where there's some stakes, you know. And not just bully some guy not just bully some guy who's susceptible to it, who's live streaming with to himself and one person or whatever. Now, if they do kind of adhere to that standard, then good for them, and I give them kudos for the various provocateurs. The most kind name for them, or the most fair name for them, would be provocateur. I don't think these people are necessarily haters or even know me at all. They're just provocateurs, probably. Obviously, the burden's on the YouTuber to manage those kind of engagements to the YouTuber's benefit. Which, from my frame of reference, is expressed as I got no problem with people offering themselves up as counter fodder for me. You know, that's fine. A little bit of sassy frass makes the stream more interesting. I can't really read anything right now because, of course, I left my glasses inside. And you know what else I bet? I bet Fly Guy is annoyed at me for that too. And I don't blame him. He's losing respect for me by the moment because I'm not validating against SI. Eric, at this point, you should remember. Well, I should, but I've got some bad habits, I'm afraid. Bad habits like coming inside after having my glasses, even when I do have them. It's cool, I'm done with that cigarette anyway. And then instead of putting them either in my pocket or, I don't know, like hanging here on my shirt like this, it's a good place, I'll put them down on the table. And the next time I go outside, then they'll be on the table again. I got to get out of that habit of taking them off of my body, putting them on the table. You just put them in the pocket of my jacket, or no trouble, not this time. I am establishing boundaries this time. And no, it's not just to show off for Fly Guys. It's just that he really made me think. You know, what he told me, it really hit home. That I'm not being fair to Capillo, that as the alpha, I'm supposed to run off intruders like him. I'm like, oh, he's right. Not too late to run him off now, but I'm going to have to police his behavior and put him in check somewhere, because I don't like the way that Capillo feels like she has to stay upstairs all the time. It's not cool, you know?
It's not cool. It's not good.
So, I don't know how to reintegrate her into the bottom part of the house, but at some point I'd like to do that. Drink some water, homie. Good suggestion, Blue Elvis. Good suggestion. I think I'll get a water. And where I'm going to get a water from is a place where any person would naturally keep their waters. Here in the tech closet. See? Do you see the waters? I don't drink waters very often, so I don't need to keep them in the kitchen because I rarely want one. And you know, waters take up too much room to put in the kitchen. Oh, Mike Oxlong is still here.
Blue Elvis, that was a mistake. I meant to remove. Blue Elvis, that was a mistake.
You understand? Did you hide him or did you just?
I don't know.
Oh, you just removed the message. That's not a big deal. What's your favorite type of acoustic to play? I don't really like to play acoustic anymore since I bought this hollow body electric. I used to play only acoustic, but oh yeah, you don't. Yeah, thank you, Rachel. Thank you for not just removing his chat, but also tying it up.
I'm glad you think it's funny, show media.
Jacksonville kid. The cat uses the litter box. Do you have bathroom etiquette? Well, she's got poor litter box etiquette.
I'm just like.
Oh, it's falling down. It just. We can just ban them too, you know. You don't have to tie them out. You just hide them if you want.
Yeah, I have. Thanks, show media.
The difference between yeah, it was falling. The difference between bottled water and tap water is that bottled water does not require you to get a cup or a glass. That's its huge advantage.
It is.
So you know, people sometimes you get a flurry of trolls that want to work a certain theme. One never really knows for sure if they're just, well, I mean, one knows, for example, that that Jacksonville Kid is not brand new because I recognize his name from the last few days. But like, you know, Jamal is brand new in that it's an account we've never seen before, but it's a person who's been here already, coming back with a different account. So, well, you'd be advised to never drink tap in lots of parts of the world. I agree with that, Beaufet. Like in China, you should never drink tap water in China. It's got heavy metals in it. You get heavy metal poisoning. So you don't want to get heavy metal poisoning. Therefore, don't drink the tap water in China.
Isn't Flint, Michigan a place where they have poor water?
Yeah, there are places in the U.S. where you can't drink the tap water too. Flint, Michigan may very well be one of those places. It seems like a likely super fun site kind of place, you know?
Yeah, that's how I know of it, because of that sort of stuff.
The thing is, still water isn't good either. It changes the pH levels. Well, I mean, doesn't every beverage have a certain pH? Isn't that going to alter your pH no matter what kind of beverage you drink?
Yeah, it does. Trader Joe's has this like special pH water. Everyone comes in and it's a popular thing. I used to like guzzle
Hey,
it.
Kitty, stop.
I used to guzzle it down. And it did something different. Like, I don't know what it was. It gave me like a burst of energy or something.
Huh.
Yeah. And specialized with a pH level.
No, Canis lupus is wolf, and Ursus arctos is polar bear. Oh, brown bear. You think arctos,
Yeah,
Arctic, you think it would be polar bear, but I guess it's brown bear. Am I mewing? Not at the moment. Hi, one real, one always sweet like honey. One real, one always sweet like honey. Although it might sound as though she's playing into the evening's theme, this is unrelated.
Yeah, it is.
So, you gotta check your intuition with your experience sometimes. Canis lupus sounds like a disease of the underarm. Would you rather be eaten by a great white or an Alaskan grizzly? Are they going to let any part of me go to waste? Because if so, I think I'd rather be eaten in the water where my various parts can more quickly be eaten by things rather than having my parts rot out in the forest. If either animal is going to consume me in full, I'm still going to go with the shark. I think the shark's going to kill you faster. So obviously you want to die as quickly as possible if you're going to be eaten in full by one of these animals.
I just realized the title of this stream. I like it a lot.
Thanks, darling.
You're welcome.
Can you guess what the one word trick is?
Well, I kind of would be cheating because I heard it.
Ah, you know it's the Z then.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. The other weird trick is to put covertly in parentheses. The other weird trick is to make a title that has one weird trick in it. And the other weird trick is to end with an exclamation point. It's got a lot of weird tricks, really. A bear will probably eat you before you're dead, while the shark will kill you swiftly. You're probably drowned for people suck. I mean, it's not a good. You don't have a lot of. My wife is not cheating on me.
I'm not.
I mean, given how just unpleasant you are. Thank you, Mrs. Mom, for hiding him. And I think it's time to be done with you. I think the grizzly is like, yeah, I don't want to be played with by a grizzly at all. So I'm picking the great white.
Does it wouldn't? Oh man, I think they would wrestle you a bit too. Like.
That's why if I know going into it, I'm going to be consumed in full. I'm just going to dive straight into its mouth.
All right.
I'm just going to dive head first right into its mouth and say, just bite me in half right now.
Yeah, then I'll be on that train too.
Okay, cool. I mean, I guess you could try to, like, do the same thing with the, Jacksonville Kid says, my weird trick is to not add as much baking soda to the cocaine and not have the heat on too high. That Jacksonville Kid.
That is. Hi, Logan, Tolly.
Well, look, in this scenario, first last, it's a foregone conclusion that you're going to get eaten by the thing. So there's no chances either of them is going to adopt you as a child. Now, I will concede that if either the great white shark or the grizzly bear is going to attempt to adopt you as as their child, it's going to be the grizzly. There's zero chance a shark's going to attempt to adopt you as a child. Probably very much zero chance a bear will either. But, um, at least if a bear attempts it, you're on land, you can survive. You're never going to learn from your mama shark how to swim down tuna. Sharks actually give you a little nibble first to see if you to see that you are a prey. Just a little nibble. Um, okay, well, sure, first class, maybe the bear wouldn't adopt you as a child. But my point is, if somehow you could trick it into thinking you were its cub, let's say maybe what you did is you put on a little bear suit and you rubbed its actual cub's smell all over you. Right? I know, Trolla's annoying. I see her every day, but I don't see her for very long. She spends most of her time upstairs. So anyway, you dress yourself in a little bear suit and you rub its actual cub smell all over you. Then the mother will at least temporarily, it'll give pause. She'll think, maybe it is my kid. And if you just follow it for a little while as though you're its kid, you might trick it into believing you are. And then later on, when it's time to go gather berries with your mom and your bear siblings, when they're not looking, you sneak off the other direction. If it's a shark, the same thing happens. Well, you're going to drown before you have a chance to sneak off. Right, stealing picnic baskets. And you could choose ultimately to just continue to live with the bears because you enjoy the picnic baskets so much. And that would be fine too. Then eventually, you and your mom and your dad will be visited in your cabin by a lady named Goldilocks. So, yeah, we want to integrate her back into the downstairs. She deserves to have whole house access, as does everybody else. Trouble's the only one who can't handle this idea because he's got to be a dick about things. Well, it sort of gradually became this rule that none of us agreed to, that Capillo had to stay upstairs and Trouble got to possess the downstairs. And he's always like sitting over here so he can police the stairs, which is not cool, Trouble's the other cat, yeah. So I need to start thinking a little bit more big picture here and make sure that Trouble behaves himself so that Capillo can access the bottom floor too. And Capillo's kind of skittish, so it's like if I get up and yell at Trouble, then Capillo goes bolting away anyway.
Yeah. Well, like social media, like I don't really
Rachel
love
doesn't
her.
like that.
Yes.
And I don't blame her because I couldn't take it if she were behind my head too.
It's honestly, it's not even her being behind my head. It's that I get pushed forward.
Pushed forward.
Yeah, my head gets pushed forward because see.
And then also Capillo ends up like mine is more flat than hers because Capillo's not sat on the back of mine. So it kind of like messes up the chair, Look up some koala attacks.
Koala attacks.
Yeah, koalas aren't bears. That's right. I don't think any of us want to look up koala attacks. Nobody enjoys watching people be maimed by animals. They're marsupials. What are Tasmanian devils? Are they marsupials as well? No, Maurice. This is my wife. Um,
Sorry.
they drop out of trees and mess you up. Chunk McSniffer. Chunk McSniffer is a fun name. I like it. Can somebody please do something about Nick? And yet another Nick. How many such people are going to come through this live stream with the same horrible joke? That's fine, Maurice. I'm okay. Oh, wow, we got some fun time mod action. 86,000 seconds. That's a good sized timeout. I appreciate it. You want me to unhide them? Sorry, Medina. It doesn't look like I can unhide them. Maybe here. Oh, it looks like Lou already unhid them, maybe? I don't know. It's been handled. Thanks, Fly Guy. Wrenching it up. Yeah, we're wrenching it up tonight. I think you could probably unhide too.
I didn't know. I don't know how to unhide people.
The thing is, you have to click on one of the messages that says message has been deleted ones. If you click on the one where it says has been hidden, it won't show you the three dots. You have to scroll back up, find one that does have the three dots, and then yeah.
I see.
Maurice just got through Jacumba. And Jacumba just got through Maurice. What's Jacumba? Kangaroos are wild, those jacked up ones that box. So anyway, what are Tasmanian devils? Are they?
Yeah.
Are they marsupials?
Yeah, are Tasmanian devils marsupials? What do they look like? They create like dust.
In the cartoons they do. Deadly Pizza Guy, I don't know who that is.
They are marsupials.
No, they are.
Yes, according to my guy.
I suspect that, unlike in the cartoons, they do not actually spin around in circles and make dust clouds. Congressman says, yes, Rachel, they spin real fast and can eat entire elephants. See, Erwin gives a good breakdown of them. Change course, pain relieve. Ankety, pinkety, 3-4. Okay, pinkety. Change course, relieve, pain relieve. Okay. Let's see. Change course. So either anesthesia or anesthetic is 4 syllables. Change course, 3 syllables. I don't know. Anybody else want to work on that one? Change course, comma, pain relief. It's a 3-4. And inkety, pinketity. Pinketity. Inkity patinkity. That's how you say it. It's an inkity patinkity. Well, like, patinkity is four. It's an inkity patinkity. That's how you say it. I was trying to read what you wrote rather than how you actually say it. The honey badger has short legs armed with very strong claws, which are remarkably long on the forelimbs. The Tasmanian devil is smaller, the size of a small dog, around 16 pounds. It is the largest carnivorous marsupial in the world and is native to the Australian island state of Tasmania.
Mm.
Well, thanks, Boba Fett.
Yeah,
You did the
thanks.
Googling that needed to be done. You did the copy pasting, and now you have 100 point. Except it's Wednesday. The point value double. You get two.
Oh, 200 points.
Congratulations, Boba Fett.
Yes, congratulations, Boba Fett.
You earned those 100 points.
Yeah.
And Ketty, thank you for subscribing. What a wonderful person you are. I admire and appreciate you. Lou says, I thought the change course was a segue. Is that part of the hint? Is that how you spell segue? But no, it's 3 syllables though. So change course, I was thinking like, I was thinking like divert, but then 3 syllables diversion, but that doesn't really mean change course. So as far as other kind of change courses, I was trying to think of things that rhyme with anesthesia or anesthetic. But I'm not sure that's what the second word is. Pain relief, 4 syllables, could be analgesic. That would be pain reliever. Analgesize. I don't know if that's even a word. So I'm having a little bit of trouble figuring this one out. Hopefully somebody else will figure it out and come up with the answer, and we'll all say, hurrah! Draxton Jester, hello. And welcome to Talking to Fans, people. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. The clue is, again, change course, pain relief, inkity, patinkity. So there's the 3, 4. I'll copy and paste it down here to the, yeah. Pew, 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 and pew. And there we have the exciting thing I was talking about, copy pasted. That's a new game.
I was thinking the same thing, Boba. Clownies. Like one.
Klonopin. So if it were Klonopin, it'd be like, okay, change course. Reroute, detour. Roundabout. Could be, that's not really change course, but
Change course.
I don't know. I give up. Hi, Elaine. I love diazepam. It took act of congresses to get it. Repent. Is it supposed to be course or course? I'm assuming it means. Oh, I was reading it course. I copy and pasted it, so that's what they wrote. They wrote that coarse. I'm assuming that's what they meant was course, but I could be wrong. Realign bupreno or fine. Realign is not. I guess it could be a change course, but to deviate. Deviate's a good word for changing course.
Yeah.
Deviate, and then we need a word that means pain relief. Ameliorate. Deviate, ameliorate? Is that it? I think I got it. Deviate, Amelior. That's 5 syllables. Deviate. Alleviate.
Ah.
Good, Chaos
Nice.
Fuel. Good
Going,
job.
Chaos Fuel.
Together, we achieved victory. Deviate, alleviate.
I'm terrible at inky pinkies. Like, the words just do not come.
Methody. What does methody mean? Anchors away spray. That's not a typo, it's a misspell. Okay, fine. I mean, I think it really depends on. Probably you're right. It's hard to accidentally type an A instead of a U for a typo. I think you're right about that. You still don't understand the Inky Pinky game? Ransack mistake. Okay. Ransack. What's the meows on it? What are the meows? Tell me the meows. Ransack. What's this? Any synonym for ransack? Oh, I don't know what happened. That's right. I got it wrong because I said deviate, ameliorate. I couldn't remember then what it was I had said. It was alleviate. Deviate and alleviate are better rhymes, obviously, too. So. Wah, 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 wah.
You got halfway there.
Yeah, true that. Check Winston's mom link. Big dog mofo. Good point, Fly Guy. That's why she put it there, so you can find all the answers to your important questions at that link. Inky Pinky. I thinky. You should definitely know. Ransack mistake. So, meow, 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 meow. Okay. Ransack. Upturn. Rifle, like rifle through stuff. I'm having trouble coming up with a synonym for ransack. What else means ransack?
I don't know.
Like destroy, trash. Trash is 1 syllable.
Trash is one syllable.
See, what's like a word that means a very vigorous search? Like if you're searching text, it might be peruse, but if you're doing actual physical search, what would be the word for that? Maybe. Let's see, if it's still required to ransack means more than just search for something.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Trouble, why do you think that Daddy would go right back to watching the TV?
I guess it could be something like, not gonna work. I don't know. I can't come up with any good synonym for ransack. Plunder. Plunder. Blunder. Good job. Excellent work. Good job, big dog meow. You got it right. Plunder. I see you purposely selected a more distant synonym because pillage would be too obvious, huh? Is that what you did? Mr. Carefully craft your inky pinky questions? Well, I know all your tricks. They're the same tricks I use. It's cold as fuck out here. I need to get a jacket. Oh, man. Who put the cold out? It's so cold. It's hanging on the garage. It's too cold out there. I cannot stand out there. So we're going to have to go into the garage where it's less cold. Less cold, more bold, I'm sold. Archangel Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Ariel, Chemiel, Haniel, Ramiel, Zedkiel, Raziel, Jophiel, Regul, Azriel, Kafziel. That's a lot of angels.
Like, I don't know where to go. Like,
good night, Blue Elvis. You sleep well, get your sign up early. You guys have a wonderful day. Learn to live, love, learn, and laugh all at once. Off to the garage I go, temporarily, so that I can smoke a cigarette and win the prize for Health Tubiest Health Tuber. Yeah, everybody knows that I'm the Health Tubiest. All right, I got my glasses this time, so good for me. Internal combustion engine or carriage and watering hole, ink pink. Car bar. Oh, not for Eric. Sorry. I am sorry. My bad. I fucked up before I saw that. My bad. Smile Happy says, "What's up, my brother? Not a whole heck of a lot. I'll probably be going to bed relatively soon. I'm not planning to be up forever. Did I crawl out of the sewer?" asks Bag Eye Bellick. Yeah, but that was like weeks ago, so I should have most of the sewer water off of me by now. Is there a piece of poop on me somewhere? I thought I got all that off. My bad. I won't answer it anymore, Padawan Range Bender. My bad. All those angels have the signature name of L. Cool for them. Sounds like... Oh, I guess I don't get to respond to that anymore. Oh, like a snack, huh? Not really sure what that means, but you perceive things however you want. Marisha didn't really love the whole angel thing. I was interested to see where Angel guy was going with that. Like, so like is El Chupacabra an angel? Because it has L in it. Yeah, I look like I'm ready to fix your electronics. Hand me over your iPad. What's your password? Okay, yeah, I can't fix this. Here you go. Here it is back. My bad. I thought I could fix it, but I can't. Thank you, Winston's mom, for being the person. I guess I'm not sure what they did, but that is fine. I didn't really trust them. I bet. OMG, Florida must be nuts with humidity. I used a cheap flat iron and it broke off some of my strands. Broken strands? Goodness gracious. Broken strands of fire. Oops. Back jelly. Did you say you have back jelly? Corinthians 2:9. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, human heart has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. Well, good to remember. I'll keep that in mind. Wise male or Villagos? Wise male or Villagos, how are you? Who is wise male or Villagos? Also known as Ismael or Viegas? I don't know. Elaine 2:9. I should have slept more. That's fantastic. That's one of my favorite verses as well. Because chaos fuel. Because, okay? Because you can't even imagine. Nobody's seen, you can't imagine. Nobody knows what God's had prepared for you. And you need to keep that in mind. Because right now, you think you know what God has prepared for you. But what Daniel says here is that Jesus will reveal the truth to those who believe and follow him and keep his commandments. So just be patient. And if you keep doing that, eventually Jesus will get around to you and will explain that. Oscillate argument. Vibrate debate. Rachel says, OMG, so annoying, both Daniel and Smile Happy. Wise male or Villagos is the greatest war veteran? Veteran? Glory, glory, glory. Welcome, Holy Spirit. Glory, glory, glory indeed. And, this is kind of like going to downtown in the 80s in New York. You get all kinds of crazy nonsense going on, plus perfectly sane nonsense too. Good fitting, but not the answer I want. Gyrate debate. I'm going to go try to find another one. Then for it, it's meow meow argument, oscillate argument. So, a health tube. It's a health tube. I get these at the health tube store. They're expensive, but I care about my health. Concord pool. Well, Daniel, you crossed Rachel one too many times. She's nice, but she's not that nice. Show me to ask an excellent question. Is Trouble baptized? I'm concerned for him. Hello, instrumental conductor. Big J. All right. So, anyway, the Big J. That's what they call Jesus on the East Coast. Because they use slang like that, you know. Yeah, this is the one that's fresh, okay. Also, it could be something other than vibrate. It could be wiggle. Could be shimmy. It could be shake. Could be wobble. Could be tossle, maybe. If you really want to see a lot of things, then thank you, Winston's mom. Bus is here, so killing time. How's y'all? Well, we're dealing with a lot of trolls tonight. A lot of people who want to play sexually harass Rachel, which is not my most fun. It's not the most fun kind of trolling, you know. It's just kind of sad, I guess, that people are such just shits, you know. But so it goes. The weekend.
Trouble, like, I cannot believe that you want Daddy to
No.
watch you eat again after so many times. You should have eaten when we were out.
Wobble squabble. Oh, so it was
Yeah.
wobble. Huh. Oh, well, that was a good approach towards the question of how to approach the problem is revisiting the question of oscillate. And I think it's natural to want to go vibrate, but Padawan's a little bit more sneaky than that. He's not going to make it easy for us like that. You're a dark obsidian. Yeah. That was a combo team there. The girl says hers and the cat says hers. Yeah. Really, Trouble needs to realize that he's lower down on the totem pole than he thinks. He just needs to get used to it. I am not interested in constantly being at his beck and call. I don't like the existing sort of reality of, well, if I'm not doing anything and he's meowing and I might as well just go in there and watch me. I don't like that because I don't want to empower his demandingness.
Yeah, he's already like.
It's short. Trouble needs exercise. There's nothing preventing him from getting all the exercise he wants. He can run around the house,
no.
which he does. He can go outside, run around the woods, all he wants.
He could.
It's not like he's locked inside. Okay, Padawan.
Well, you're gonna be extra because Cameron's coming tomorrow, and
Oh yeah, we won't have to fuck around with him so much because he'll be scared away by Cameron.
yeah, he will be.
Oh, I am tired.
Okay.
I need to wrap this up very soon and call it a night. Go to sleep. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I will feel an experience of hope. And that hope will link to the possibility that I will be rested. Rachel and I will need to go to the store tomorrow. She needs to get her medication. And what I need to do is try to get a good night's sleep. He wanted the one out of my mouth because I told him it was my last one. I hear Kesha's song when you said, when I wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Brush my teeth with a bottle of it. Wake up in the morning.
Feeling like P. Diddy.
No. It's wake up in the morning. With a bottle of Jack.
Oh, I don't
Right?
know.
I don't know. I can't remember it. But I can understand why you would have thought that. So, anyway, I'm going to.
TikTok, is it?
Yeah, that's TikTok. I think I'm going to wrap this up because I am tired and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go to sleep, but I want to lie down for a while. I'll take a couple gabapentins. And even if I can't sleep, just lying down and closing my eyes and stuff will help me to feel a little less tore up. So what are the lyrics?
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door, gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth with the bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. Thank you, Rachel, for clarifying that important question. Sure.
Thank you very much. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. We'll see you tomorrow.